Hey everyone, Glenn here again. So, breathing and moving. We're going to touch on some breathing techniques to improve your moving and to make things a little bit more effective for you. So, there's a few different philosophies around how we should breathe when we move. Depending what your goal is, will depend on how you breathe. Okay, so there's a few different ways. For normal exercise, for normal training sessions, okay, if you're exerting yourself, you will notice that you will breathe through your mouth a lot. That is because we're trying to get as much air in as possible in as short amount of time as possible. There's great research out there that actually suggests to improve our aerobic capacity and our ability to deal with carbon dioxide, it can be actually beneficial to breathe through your nose as much as you can whilst exercising and doing daily life. There's much research out there that suggests nasal breathing is far superior than mouth breathing, or one and the other. So, I don't want you to focus on this too much, but over time, if you're going out for walks, try and nasal breathe as much as you can. For as long as you can, try and keep that nasal breath going. You may notice that you may start to struggle a little bit to begin with, but I can guarantee the more consistent you are, the easier it does become. Whilst exercising, warm-up time, try and nasal breathe as much as you can during warm-up. During training time, try and nasal breathe for as long as you can during that. Okay? The longer you can nasal breathe, the more you're going to be training your aerobic system and your respiration system. You're going to be activating a lot more of your diaphragm. Okay, so the diaphragm sits just below the ribs. That is our breathing mechanism. That's what vacuums the air in and pushes the air out. Okay, every time we breathe, we use our diaphragm. If we are mouth breathing all the time, we don't use that diaphragm as much. Okay, we use our other muscles around the diaphragm, so the intercostal muscles, to try and take over with that. Okay, so nasal breathing can be super effective, super important, but it's not always possible. When you start exerting yourself, when you start bringing your heart rate up, it's human nature to breathe through our mouth because it actually activates the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight, escape nervous system that we need to pump us full of cortisol, adrenaline, to give us a spike of energy super fast, super quick, so we can take off. Okay? So whenever we breathe through our mouth is actually signaling the sympathetic nervous system to say that we're in a stressful situation. That response has the hormone releasing properties to signal that we're in stress. Okay? So just by changing the way we breathe can change the way we feel and the state that we're in. So to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the opposite to sympathetic, parasympathetic is the rest and digest or restore and recover nervous system. To activate that, breathing through your nose is proven to activate it. Okay? Now, to find a good balance between the two, okay, when you're exercising or something like that, especially in recovery. So if we do maybe some intervals or a tough, circuit or whatever, and you're in recovery, in your rest period, try and inhale through your nose as much as you can, because it's going to signal to your body to start calming down, okay? Start activating that parasympathetic nervous system, even though you may only be able to breathe out through your mouth, okay? That is okay. In that case, we want to try and extend the exhale for as long as you can, which is another way of stimulating and activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Yes, you are breathing out through your mouth. It does activate the sympathetic, but if you can extend that exhale for as long as you can, it still helps to bring the heart rate down and the stress levels down. The next step up from that, to make it even further into that parasympathetic mode, is to inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, okay? And try and have your exhale longer than your inhale. So having your exhale longer than your inhale signals to the parasympathetic nervous system, hey, it's okay. We're not running from anything anymore. We can rest, we can recover, okay? So, in your workouts, in the rest periods, try and inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose if you can. If not, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, but try and extend that exhale for as long as you can, okay? At the end of this video, I'll give you a quick little test, which is really super powerful to test your stress levels and your CO2 tolerance, so your carbon dioxide tolerance, which can relate to exercise as well. During exercise, okay, for example, if you're doing a push-up, okay, like I mentioned in the push-up video, if you have seen that already, if you haven't, check that out. We want to inhale on the way down, okay? Exhale on the exertion phase of the movement, so the push, okay? That movement there is going to help you get deeper into the movement. So you inhale on the way down, okay? Keep everything nice and tight. So whenever you inhale, you want to brace your core as well. Squeeze and exhale. Okay, once again, as you exert yourself, you may not be able to inhale through the nose. You may not be able to exhale through the nose. That's okay. Try and do that in the recovery period. Okay, so think, whenever you're pushing, pulling, exhale. Whenever you're going into the bottom phase of something, you want to inhale. Okay, now that does depend on your goals. If you are training to calm yourself down and you are training to look after your nervous system, we want to flip that. Okay, so now I'm going to confuse you all. What I mean by that is Tai Chi, Qi Gong, those sorts of movements to build energy. We want to flip that breathing and do it the opposite way. Whenever we go into a fetal position or towards the body with our chest and our upper body, our legs, whenever we bring them in, we want to exhale. Okay, whenever we want to go the opposite way and extend and open, we want to inhale. Okay, so that flips the push-up breathing on its head, but it depends on your goals and why you're doing it. If you're doing it for strength, do it the first way that I said, so exhale on the exertion, inhale on the down. Okay, if you're doing it to build energy, do it the opposite way. Okay, so on the way down, exhale. On the way up, inhale. Okay, experiment with it and see what you think. There's no right or wrong way, really. It's whatever you need at that point in time for your goals. Okay, so I've given you a couple of options there. Let me know how you go. Now, the quick little breathing test that you can do to test your nervous system and your stress levels and to see how you tolerate CO2, carbon dioxide, is called a CO2 tolerance test. Super simple to do, very effective. What you want to do is take 3 to 4 just nice, normal, deep breaths in through the mouth or the nose, doesn't matter. Okay. Then you want to have about just a 5-10 second nice easy rest and shake everything out. Okay. Then you want to take the biggest inhale that you have ever taken before, deep down into your stomach. So you want your stomach to expand as you breathe in. Fill your belly up, fill your chest up, fill your shoulders up. Okay, biggest inhale that you've ever done. Then you want to exhale as slow as you can and as slow as you ever have. That may mean exhaling through the nose. It may mean exhaling through the mouth in a little straw size hole. It may mean that, okay? If you can control it out through your nose extremely slow, perfect, do that, okay? Eventually you want to be able to do that. Inhale through your nose, biggest inhale you ever can through your nose, biggest exhale you ever have out through your nose as well, okay? But to start off with, don't focus on that too much. You want to set your timer to start when you start your exhale. Start your timer when your exhale starts, and try and time when your exhale finishes. So when you get to the end of your exhale and you feel like you got nothing else to push out and you're going to take a big breath in, stop your timer. Okay? Record that time, send it to me. That is your CO2 tolerance test, and I can give you a breakdown of some figures that you would like to be aiming for, okay? And to see where you sit in that graph, okay? What I can do then is send you a link and you can punch in your numbers and you can get an actual breathing protocol to follow, which will improve your CO2 tolerance and your stress response, okay? Super, super powerful thing. A lot of people around the world are using it. Athletes are using it to improve their performance, their recovery, and everything in between. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions on that. Let me know if you have any questions on breathing. I love breathing and breath work myself. It's super, super powerful. So yeah, it's one of my favorite topics, as you can tell by this 12-minute video that we've done. Okay, let me know in the comments. Let me know, send me a message, give me a call, whatever. And let me know your time that you get on the CO2 tolerance test. Okay? Have a good day, guys. Bye.